Activation code required. Access granted. Warning. Evacuation sequence activated.
We're back. Welcome to the bunker.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another amazingly awesome, bittersweet episode of the S-4 Paranormal Bunker. So, tonight is our son, John's, last show for a while.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they have called him back to school because they said, well, he didn't pass kindergarten.
Hey,
so.
what the hell?
Oh.
I'm way past kindergarten. I'm going to college.
You're right.
The big boy stuff.
You're right. Grade 7. I forgot. Actually, that's kind of true because COVID happened at grade 7,
Yeah,
so he
were-
never went to middle school.
We were laughing
He
about
came home.
this. We told him he had to go back for 7th and 8th grade because COVID hit right at that time. So he's not allowed to go to college until he finishes 7th and 8th grade.
I would be so devastated.
As it is, though, next Wednesday he goes to Skagit Valley College for his first year of college through Running Start.
Yeah.
So,
What classes are you going to be taking?
Math 107, English 101, and first quarter experience.
Nice.
It's my first classes.
So, John, what do you plan on doing? What do you plan on getting an education in?
Criminal and Justice, which I'm taking a 2 years Associates of Arts degree, then transferring it into a bachelor's in Criminal and Justice.
Okay, and for why? What do you plan on doing?
criminal injustice?
Sorry, criminal.
You learning to be the Joker? Or
It wouldn't be that bad. I'm saying he has a lot of money.
I'm a criminal. Injustice. Wow, you're Batman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like
Anti-hero.
Yeah.
So for tonight's show, because it is his last one, I'm going to let him take over.
Yes.
Tonight on the panel, of course, we got Rosella C. Rowe and Robert White. Nikki Jacobs will be joining us as soon as she gets a chance. She's had a bit of a rough day, so does Rosella, apparently.
Yep.
yes.
A lot of people are probably having a rough day, have been having a rough few days. We have a few things going on in our universe right now that...
He's bullshit crazy.
Yeah, we have a second moon orbiting Earth.
They're just preparing for the update.
Hold on, we're getting there. We got a second moon orbiting Earth. The Emmy Awards became relevant again somehow. Everything's going to shit.
Yeah, like honestly, that one in itself made me sick. I don't know.
Right? But apparently none of it matters.
Why does it not matter? John Ronald.
Because we're in a simulation.
Are we really?
Well, the theory on the simulation is... Sorry. The whole theory about it is that our whole existence is a computer program by a higher species that is light years above us. So...
Mm-hmm.
Now, I honestly love this theory.
I do not.
For a few reasons. Number one, obviously, in any computer simulation, you have main character players and NPCs.
Yep.
And John, what are you?
That's obviously an NPC.
Kayla, what are you?
Oh, I gotta be an NPC because I'd be way better off if I was a player.
Yeah.
Either that, or I got that one, like, super poor kid who's, like, spinning the wheel trying not to have to pay for any of the skins. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm just going with this. It's great.
Yeah. So, honestly, what are your guys' thoughts on the simulation theory? Do you guys honestly think that it's possible or no?
I don't think it's possible, but I mean, I work with the angels and God, so that's why. But I do see that there's interesting things. You know, I watch Paranormal Caught on Camera, and a lot of it's not really very much faked, but I do see different things on there. And like, you know, if you're driving your car, you know, everybody kind of has like a moment where you're like, what is that? You know, where maybe it looks like it's floating and you think maybe it's your imagination. So,
yeah.
Kind of different things. But yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about it, Robert?
Well, if it was a simulation and it's been running this long, the RAM would be shot, and we'd be getting glitches all over the place. No, I don't think we have. But if it was, they'd just have to turn it off and on again.
Yeah, but actually, we actually have had glitches going all over the place, because that's also known as the Mandela effect.
Oh, snap.
That's causing problems and all that, changing things.
And just to address what Rosella said,
Okay.
with you working with angels and higher beings, in a computer simulation world, we would call that DLC.
Yeah.
Downloadable content.
Oh, no.
That's only access to some players that actually purchase it.
Oh, great. So she's an actual player. I get to be an NPC. But Rosella gets to be an actual player.
Well, yeah.
Hey, she makes homemade cookies. Yeah, she's an actual player.
She gets the DLC content, okay?
And chocolates. Don't forget
Yeah.
the chocolates.
She made Reese's cups today. What'd you make?
I bought you a bag of Grandma's chocolate brownie cookies. Okay, I took it from
And
work.
I made 100
But still.
Oreo truffles. 100.
Well, damn. I am the
let's hope
NPC
I
for
really don't have
Rosella's
COVID.
world. God.
Yeah,
Oh,
bad.
man.
Yeah.
Wait. If I'm an NPC, then that makes everybody in my household an NPC, right?
Well, you don't actually... No.
No.
Because...
I'd be so pissed if the only actual player was Kimberly. She's like, ha ha!
It could be Dad.
It could not be Dad. That wouldn't be fair.
It absolutely could be. During COVID, who's the only one that went out on missions?
Oh, shit. It is you. Oh, no!
Yeah?
It's The Sims.
Yeah, it reminds
Be
me
like
of that.
Roy.
Well, sometimes I feel like I have to be an NPC because all I do is like go to work, clock in, do my job, come home, go to sleep, do it again tomorrow. It's like I'm on repeat.
Yeah.
That's not true. Like Robert said, it's The Sims. Sometimes when you go in the shower, you get all blurry.
Yeah.
Only my naughty parts because they can't be on. This simulation is rated
Wow.
PG.
So this theory, who's like really into it in our scientific world and even in our celebrity world?
There's actually a lot of people that have talked about this. Actually, Elon Musk has talked about it, the famous billionaire.
I know
Yeah.
that.
I love Robert.
I knew
I
that.
gave you a total opening, and that's the best name you could come up with?
Well, I think
I knew there was a reason I
Neil
didn't
deGrasse
like that
Tyson
guy.
also talked about it. That
Yeah.
one scientist that Mom always talks about. I mean,
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking's, dude!
oh yeah, he also talked about it. Sorry. He died a long while ago, so I kind of forgot.
He
about
did
him.
not die a long time ago. Well, oh my god. Okay.
Technically, he did. It was like 5
I know,
years
to
ago.
the young
No,
people.
he was
it's like
only in a
forever.
wheelchair.
What was that, Rosella?
to younger people, like him dying was not, that was like forever ago. But to us, it's like,
It's like, that was like weeks ago, right? Like, what? I just saw him on a documentary. There's no way.
Well, fuck, James Earl Jones, like, just died for the 30th time. Like,
but I guess this time was real.
Yeah,
so
apparently.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I know, that was kind of, I thought about it. Whenever I think about a celebrity, they die. It's like, I know it's coming.
It's
Hey, can you think about Johnny Depp for a little while?
hey!
No, I can't stand him. I know.
I don't think he's relevant enough anymore. No.
It's better than all of
Yeah.
my childhood celebrities. They're all turning into pedophiles. It's quite sad.
You want to hear
Yeah.
something about that?
What?
What's the difference between a cow and Drake?
What?
They're both protein.
Oh, wow.
Ew. Oh my
Wow.
god. That was
That was bad.
that was so bad. That was terrible.
Damn.
But
Right.
true.
I feel like I'm going to barf even more.
The thing is, Rosella, now I got you thinking about him.
Ew. Okay.
Oh,
That fucker's dead.
Who?
Drake.
Oh,
Wait, he died?
No, he will.
Oh.
eventually.
Rosella's thinking about him. She just said, do
oh.
whatever she thinks about us. By the way, you're not allowed to think about us.
I don't like this, Rosella. I don't like this game anymore. Simulation ended.
Sad.
Like,
My husband's like, you killed Meatloaf. I'm like,
Damn.
dang it. I knew I was going to die. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I'm like, oh no. Yeah, like Rebecca from Cheers, was it Christy Alley? That kind of, I knew a lot of them.
I gotta say, I killed Meatloaf the other night, but that was because I left it in the oven too long.
Like a bat out of hell.
Yeah. Fabulous song.
You know, my one big thing that I really, really remember Meatloaf in is Little Shop of Horror.
He was in that, or he was in the Rocky Horror Show?
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
No, he was in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but he did a small cameo appearance in Little Shop of Horror.
Oh, he did?
I didn't know that.
Yes, he did.
The play or the actual movie?
The movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie since probably 1980s when I was a kid, which is terrible. Never show a kid this.
Meatloaf
Like,
did not appear in Little Shop of Horrors, but he did make a cameo appearance in the 1975 film The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
What? No. Okay, this has to be a Mandela effect because I totally remember him being in
I didn't remember that.
That was
Yeah.
another glimpse.
Little Shop
Now,
of
Steve-
Horror.
At the same time, I
He
really do not like the fact that they call his appearance in Rocky Horror a cameo.
Yeah.
Eddie's a main
Weird
character.
that they call him a cameo when he's a character in it for...
Yeah, like
mean-
he's Eddie.
Yeah, I mean, it's quick, but they still show his dead body and talk about him constantly. It's kind of like, okay. Consider him one of the main characters.
Right? That's not a cameo appearance.
That's him being in the film.
Now, you're thinking of Steve Martin, I swear, Kayla, because he was in it. He's the
Or
one
Bill
who
Murray.
built the plant.
And you know
Bill
what?
Murray had the dentist.
Maybe. Maybe I just got my people off. But I could have swore that he did a
Cameo.
cameo in there. Oh, well.
It's
Weird.
like I think of him with not Little Shop of Horrors, and the other one, Rocky Horror Picture Show. I think of him with that. I think of him with that Celine Dion song that made him famous again.
Yeah.
And to be perfectly honest, it could just be that I got horror and horror,
Yeah.
screwed up in my head.
Yeah.
Well, and it was like they're not probably filmed too far apart from each other,
Right?
right? I mean, I was young, so I was probably like 3 or 4 when that came out. I don't know what year that came out, both of them. But I think it was like 79,
Oh,
right?
frick. They're 10 years.
Oh, damn.
Rocky Horror
They
was
are?
1975. Little Shop of Horrors did not come out till 1986.
Okay, well, you know what? I was thinking of Steve Martin because I remember him being the dentist in Little Shop of
Yes.
Horror. And that was Steve Martin. That wasn't Meatloaf.
Do you know
That's
what,
so
though?
weird.
Last
Okay.
week,
That's what I was
My
thinking.
parent-
Yeah, you got it.
my parents did this to me last week. They both talked about their first date, and how they went to the drive-in for a double feature. And they both said movies that they saw. My dad said one, and then my mom said the other. And I said, well, that makes sense. Like, each one was more memorable for you. Both movies came out after I was born. In theaters.
Damn,
So unless they didn't date for the first 10 years of their relationship, those were the movies they saw.
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah, like, they cannot remember for the life of them the movies they saw.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. Okay, and I don't know. Well, some of it's just cognitive memory loss because,
with
I mean,
old age.
throughout the years, you just forget things or things mesh into other things, and you go, oh, yeah, it must have been this time that we did this.
Yeah.
Well, and also, okay, Dad was 18, Mom was 22. Like, come on. You're at a drive-in together. Like...
I'm pretty sure they don't remember what movie was on. Yeah.
It's kind of weird, though. Is their first date, you said?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember our first date really well, because that was like, that was the only time we ever spent alone, like, together, I guess, without friends around. Titanic. We saw it, like, we saw, that's right, the dinosaur, the Jurassic Park, and then the second was Titanic, so...
I can be perfectly honest. Me and Cole now have been married for, 16 years. Yeah. And we've been together just over 18.
Yeah.
And...
No, just under.
I could not... Oh, yeah, just under 18. Holy crap. And I couldn't tell you what our first date was.
Really?
Oh, my God.
I couldn't tell you.
Huh.
I don't know what you would consider the first date, and I don't...
Well, the one we both said, this is our first date, because we never actually went on a date before it.
Yeah, because you guys always talk through computers.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember what it was.
Billy McHale's Rib House.
Yeah, see? I still don't remember.
In Bellingham, I left you with the waitress to pay the
Oh,
bill.
that's right! And she okay. I remember now, because... We'd been together for 4 years, but we hadn't been on a real date.
6 months.
No.
Yes, John wasn't alive.
That's right. Okay. And then, I do remember the waitress, though, because Cole left because he had to answer his phone because his dad called about something and it was important.
We had just got here.
And he left and he walked out, and I sat there and I was finishing up stuff and I asked for, to-go things because I knew he was talking to his dad. And then I handed her a card to pay for dinner. And she was like, oh, it's okay, sweetie. These things happen. And, I was like, what the fuck? She's like,
what?
You'll find a better man out there. And, all this shit. And I was like, oh, my God. Okay.
I will say, it does make sense. Because, my dad called, and I was supposed to call him, 6 hours before that. And I didn't. So I ran out of that restaurant like a bat out of hell.
Yeah, and then this lady, oh, honey, it's okay. And I remember her giving me styrofoam containers and being like, it's okay, you don't even need to tip. I've been here before. And I was like, oh my God, I am so embarrassed right now. Thank you for that. I didn't think about it that way, but okay.
Yeah.
It's so funny how people perceive things differently, You're like, how did you get that from that?
Right?
I say that a lot.
But I mean, I guess you must have seen some shit there. Cause,
yeah, I bet with that job you would.
Dude sitting there laughing and then being like, I got a phone call, I got to bail.
Well,
and never coming back. I mean, I guess I kind of get it.
This place was known for barbecued ribs. That is a horrible place for a first date.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty
It really was. But it was really the best restaurant in town at that time.
And to be perfectly honest, if that was now, I would have just sobbed it up and got a free meal. I'd have been like, oh God, I can't believe this happened to me.
I mean, I was waiting for that.
But back then I was just like, oh my God, just take the card, just shut up.
At that point, you would have taken too long.
Yeah.
And I would have come back in and been like, are you coming or what?
Right. I'd have been like, thanks for the meal. You walked out. We've been together 20 years. It's okay.
John, how'd you find a picture of yourself as a baby and the gifts?
What? That is not me as a child. That baby is clear.
That's what you did a lot.
That baby is clearly Asian, of Asian descent,
And
I am of native descent.
have you seen pictures of you as a baby?
Okay.
Let's not talk about this.
Oh, God. Okay, so tell us, John, what else about simulation?
Oh yeah. So there's two main theories on the simulation theory of like how it actually is. So one is from the popular show Rick and Morty. It's the Roy thing. Where
What?
Roy.
Roy.
Our whole world is a video game that one person is playing as a human to live out their life and experience what it was like in this time.
In this time period?
Yeah.
Okay.
And our whole world is just a simulation that keeps on looping again and again with one person just as the main character going through it. And then the other theory on the simulation is that we are being simulated by a higher power being that is running an experiment to see how life evolves and all that. And there's actually really no way to really prove that we aren't in a simulation or that we are. And another way that people think we honestly are in a simulation is with video games and technology right now. It's thinking about how it was like 20 or 40 years ago. It's like completely different from leaps and bounds. And our computing process and our actual games nowadays are starting to become so realistic that it's starting to look like real life. And so is AI, honestly, with that. And it's making our whole reality kind of shift, because we're going to soon get to a point where we can't distinguish real life from a video game.
But that's the thing. Okay, with that, if it's a higher being running a simulation, are we simulated or are we in a simulation?
We are simulated. For they would need to simulate consciousness as well as the universe. So the only thing that would actually need to mainly focus is the consciousness of the beings they're trying to simulate.
Okay, but here's the problem with that. Okay?
Yes.
AI is not truly intelligence.
No, not right now.
It
It's
never will be.
artificial.
Because it's missing one element.
What?
A soul. A soul gives you the right to choice. Because as long as AI can only go so far, to the point of they can only do what's within their programming.
Yes, but we can also program the AI to think that it has a soul and free will, when it really
But it doesn't work. We've proven that.
Oh.
Because they're still working within their own programming. And I'm not talking they're working within, like, the basis of the code. They're working within the basis of all code.
What?
Ah.
They're working within the basis of binary, 1 and 0.
Yes.
We don't have that law. We have 1, 0, dot.
I'm so confused.
Okay, so in binary, there's only 1s and 0s.
Yes.
Every computer runs off that basic code.
Ones and zeros?
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Every computer can be based down to binary.
Oh, okay. Well, yes and no, though, because we just got into the age of quantum computing, which technically is 1 and or 0. So, yes, it's ones and zeros,
But there's no dot.
There's no...
The dot is the one thing that matters in this. 1 and or 0, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the thing. Even when you split that down,
Yeah.
1 is still a basis of 1 and 0. In order to split it up.
Okay.
Yes, but at the same point, the dot could be their binary code. Their binary code for the higher being, because our technology wouldn't actually really mimic theirs at our stage of development.
Yes, it would, because that's the thing. Our AI
God.
bases off ours, right?
Yes.
So if we based off of theirs, we would hold that as well.
Okay, so that's the thing, though. I've heard a lot about simulation theory, and as far as I know, there's two different possibilities of types of simulations that we're in. Okay, and one of them would be that we are in a ancestry simulation. Okay, so basically with the ancestry simulation, they have it so that we are reliving their past, and they are watching us relive their past to see where shit went wrong, to see where stuff went good, to see how life played out,
Yeah.
to become what they are now.
So they can help their future
Yeah.
evolution.
Right. Where the other one, as far as the theory goes, is basically like a open world game where anything can happen. We're going to throw a whole bunch of crap together, and it's going to be open world play, and you can do whatever you want, and we'll watch you create what's happening.
And we'll see where it goes.
Yeah. So with that, if it's an ancestry simulation, like them actually trying to relive portions of their past and see where they became what they are, then wouldn't it have to set by like certain rules and parameters so that it would go in the direction that they wanted it to?
Yes. And that would also make sense why we have limiters like the speed of light. Because if we're trying to get to another universe, because the whole like sky could just be like a wallpaper.
But
Okay,
therein
now
lies the
we're
problem.
talking like we're straight up Truman Show.
No,
That's
we're
what I was
taking-
just going to say.
but therein lies the problem.
Truman
We
Show.
don't have a limit.
What do you
We
mean?
have a limit
But
based on
the
knowledge.
speed of dark is
Yeah.
faster because it's already there.
Yeah. And
Like
that
the speed of light doesn't act like we can go beyond that. We know it now. We just can't do it.
yes.
But that's by warping space-time, then going into this...
Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But like the speed of darkness and the speed of
Calm
light
down,
is
Trekkie.
just like the limiter of because that gives them the amount of time to actually code that
Okay,
universe
whoa.
into existence.
All I can say is that we're short on dilithium crystals and we can't make it, Scotty. Okay?
You just can't do it, Captain.
Right?
That was really good, man.
Yeah. Oh.
I was looking around like, whoa, where'd that come from?
It's like you
Trekkie's
already have an
everywhere. God
accent
damn
or
it.
something.
Yeah.
There, Nikki.
I don't know what you mean, Captain.
That was so spot on. I mean,
I have honestly noticed that people that already have accents can pull accents off way better than, like, Americans who have, like, technically no accent. Like,
But that's
yeah.
Americans do have an
But to
accent.
me, you lot have the accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been told like, oh, you're from
Technically, everyone
Ohio,
has
so
an
you
accent.
and you have this accent, and I'm like, Ohio and an accent? What the hell? But people tell me that all the time.
Yeah.
huh. So,
Okay.
what's Washingtonian?
Ohio.
You guys may not like this,
Ohio.
Ohio.
but
Ohio.
everyone in America has
Ohio.
an accent.
Yeah, they do.
Wait, what?
Everyone in America has an accent. You're all kind of a prick.
Hey, we can say the same thing. Oh, never mind. I forgot we had an Australian on the line.
Maybe not. Maybe Robert is. See,
Right? He could be an asshole. We don't know.
he has a thicker accent.
The thicker the accent, the bigger the asshole.
I was going to say the prickier, the more prickier you
Hey,
are.
guys
I don't
in
know.
prison-
You
must
really
have
think it's
really big
appropriate to be
accent.
asking Robert how big his asshole is?
Hey, man,
Yeah.
all I'm saying is that,
Okay, I don't want to know about that.
that France
I already
makes
feel
way
sick.
more sense now.
Please, don't make him.
Hey, and it makes sense why people in prison have such
I think
big
he had to come in
accents.
at the worst time. Of course, you hear the worst part of everyone's communication.
Yeah, way to come in the middle of this, Nikki.
Yeah.
Well,
Robert's not an
That'll teach
asshole.
her.
Robert's
Yeah,
not
I
an
would
asshole.
say you always hear the worst part of someone's convo all the time. Like, you ever sit in a restaurant and you suddenly tune into the person next to you, and it's like the worst, absolute horrible thing. And you're like, why? Why did I just tune in then?
No, I will not marry you. God, Tiffany.
Accents normally come from your baseline of genealogy, so where your parents are from, and where you grew up.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
fuck.
Robert's not an asshole.
I'm sorry, I'm
He's
screwed.
a criminal.
Robert, just so it's official, we don't think you're a real asshole.
We think you're a criminal.
Yeah.
But if you are a criminal and you've been on a penile colony this entire time, then you probably do have the biggest asshole.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It's the stimulation.
But I've been moisturising, so I'm a smooth criminal.
Stimulation. Oh, God.
Good for you. Your legs need it. God.
I don't know why, but
He
the
does
second
ham
you
hocks
said
for,
that,
he does ham hocks for pictures of his cat, specifically for Dave Scott,
Oh,
and
God.
it cracks me up. I'm like, dude, you've got to moisturize those fucking things. Even he
know.
said that publicly.
oh my god. When you pulled out the moisturizer, all I could think of is that horrible old dry eyes commercial. It has the ingredient to moisturize. Wow. I was like,
No,
oh
that's
my God.
funny.
I see.
Yeah,
If it had it, someone would have won.
Oh my God, you guys.
You're not supposed to moisturize that on camera.
I'm just kind of waiting for a basket to lower behind it.
And then a voice from up above. It puts the lotion on the skin.
Oh
it's
my
a stimulation.
God.
Oh
It's a
man.
stimulator, man. Telling me what to do.
After tonight, I hope this world's a fucking simulation.
If that's Robert's simulation, I am so sorry, dude.
Because then I can hit the restart button and never have to see that.
You're an NPC. You don't ever get to hit the restart button.
Oh man, I forgot about the whole NPC me.
Yeah.
Johnny, hit restart.
I
do gotta say
big
something on
red
that.
button.
The NPC thing is a joke to us. Yes, it is. But in the world of gaming, it makes so much sense for Kayla to be an NPC.
It does. It's so
No,
sad.
for one reason.
What?
In any game, NPCs are uncharacteristically strong and cannot die.
This makes
And
sense.
they give out the quests, so...
Yeah.
Are they haunted
That's
more?
why you.
Cool. Your quest for the day is to go to the store and spend less than $300 on groceries.
Impossible.
It's gonna be impossible.
Another one of these goddamn quests.
Bring in Tom Cruise.
And I got the West.
Impossible mission.
Quest line. I'm constantly on like
It's
pickup
impossible.
tasks. This sucks.
Oh god.
No, like... Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why everyone seemed to forget.
Nobody
Or
forgot.
just ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of a Matrix.
Oh, because Keanu Reeves is no longer like a spotlight person. I mean,
That's so not true.
he
first
got
of all.
old and we were like, he's not the one.
That's a lie. He is.
Another one.
Fuck with his dog. He'll prove you wrong.
Yeah, he'll.
Screw with his dog and he'll show you he's the one. Right? God.
But no, like,
Ugh.
okay. The
Leave no
idea
pencil
that
unturned.
we are not simulated, our avatars are, but we are real.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
And we are batteries.
we're all just like in.
Oh, okay, so like we're straight up talking the Matrix, like we're
Yes,
feeding the
yes.
machine, man.
We are feeding a machine. But that machine was of our own making.
Okay, so then I have a question, because this has always fucked with me in the Matrix, right? So like in the actual movie The Matrix, like people can fall in love and all this crap and everything else. Like
Yes.
it's a real simulated world, like
Yes,
ours.
it's a simulated
Okay.
open world.
Okay, so if these people are in pods that do not connect to each other, that anything else, then how in the fuck are they procreating to make more people in pods?
They have tubes.
Unless they are taking, like, artificial insemination from this person and this person to create baby number one.
And then they
like,
grow in the
You
pod.
gotta remember, in the original Matrix, when they get Neo from his pod, there are over 16 connections into his body.
Yeah. Yeah, he unplugs himself.
And a few of those connections are on his lower parts.
Okay. Okay, so I guess they would just be, like, artificially inseminating. Like, it's like, this one fell in love with this one in the Matrix, so they have a baby now.
They're creating
Yeah.
And then that's when they create the new pod, and then the baby slowly grows in that pod.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, this is like a fatal flaw. Like, your batteries are going to run dead if there's
but
no
that's the
more
thing.
babies being made.
So in
here.
the Matrix, we have families who adopt.
Mm-hmm.
Because that kid no longer has parents.
Okay. But he has to still think that he...
Well, no, but his parents died, right?
Oh, yeah, they
How
got
do you die
battery
in the
cells.
Matrix?
They get battery
You
cells.
unplug.
Or unplugged. One or the other.
If you unplug, plus you already have your batteries,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just because the body or the simulation ended doesn't mean the body died.
So they could just be put into another.
Restart.
Oh, okay, that's creepy.
In a new body.
I don't like it.
So like anytime...
Now this brings in
reincarnation
reincarnation and shit, too. I don't know about all this.
And then that could also bring another point of where if they die in that world, they're just put into another from the start.
And again, I'm sorry, but if I'm in a simulation, I really, really wish that they would have picked a better fucking simulation. And, like, they would have given me, like, hey, guess what? You won the lotto. What? No way! Okay?
But I do really like the idea of Rosella, Nikki, and Robert, because you're psychics, you have the DLC.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so
It's
they
an
got
extra area
downloadable
that you
content.
have unlocked that's only for certain people who have
We got the defeated
Okay,
to the
Okay,
script.
that can be heard.
It's like in
Yeah,
games
hang on.
when certain
Get a drink
characters
up.
buy stuff, Adam got, they become more powerful with certain powers.
What was that? I couldn't hear you because I had
Woohoo!
Are those Lay's chips?
Oh,
No,
sorry, guys, just a glitch
They
in the
have-
Matrix.
Lay's chips in Australia, jackass.
I was just wondering, I heard the crinkle and I thought
good
it was
stuff.
familiar.
The fuck is a lychee?
It's sparkling water. It says it on the damn thing.
Yeah.
them things.
I know you can't
Lychee,
read
it's a
that,
berry.
Lychee fizz.
Very, yeah.
The berry, it's really good.
but yeah.
It's kind of like a combination between a raspberry, a cranberry, and a couple of other berries that I can't think of right now.
With a big seed in the middle.
Yes,
Huh.
it's actually really good stuff. Robert's opening up a can of lychee berry or lychee
Sparkling water.
fizzy
Lychee
drink.
fizzy.
Yeah.
No
How do
sugar.
those pixels
Sugar
taste,
free.
Robert?
Oh, did you,
Oh my god.
oh, did you hear what they recently made
That's
in the
funny.
scientific world?
What?
God,
So there's
what?
this weird device that you can lick something and it makes the taste.
You lick what?
So there's a screen you lick and it can imitate the taste of certain things.
Okay, so basically it's a scratch and sniff, but it's a lick and taste.
Yes.
Motherfucker, the
Okay.
schnozberries
It's
taste
the
like
world of
schnozberries.
Willy Wonka's factory.
I mean, yeah.
So,
So that means soon in the future we might have lickable TVs.
Oh, I'm so excited for your future.
And I know who would probably be the first slot that would implement it too.
God.
Yeah, I can totally see John because, like, you know, I watched him as a kid sitting there on the bus licking the window.
I
So-
know.
No, you know,
was
all
never a
I'm
window
thinking
licker.
is welcome to you porn. Lick-a-vision. Like, come on, that's so fucking gross. There are certain things you just shouldn't taste, okay?
But that adds another
I don't
level
know
of
about
premium you can buy.
Really,
Yeah,
Nikki?
the leakable wallpaper. I forgot about that.
Nikki, you do realize on the top 10 searches of porn, like in the top 10 is still Two Girls, One Cup.
You
Why do
would
you know that?
You really want to face that? Facebook.
Whips and chains.
What the hell is going on Facebook now?
You'd know if you were ever on there.
I'm not a big creep.
Okay.
Okay, I gotta be honest. Okay, like seriously though, 70s porn would be the worst because you'd be sitting there like, can you imagine?
Wow.
Yeah, and then you're like, wow, that's what Ron Jeremy tastes like. Like, no thanks.
How'd they even?
Then you lick your TV, taste Ron Jeremy, and you pull it like you put your finger in your mouth and you pull out a hair.
Okay,
now that's crossing the line.
Yeah, I'm like,
like,
Oh,
like
that's
quite
bad.
literally, I feel like something like that would be like those every flavored beans, where you're just not sure until you lick it what,
You know what, though?
flavor's coming out of
Lick
what.
it to stick it.
Yeah, right? Like, oh my god.
There'd be that one movie.
God. This show is God. It's God,
Oh, yeah,
man.
but there'd be that one movie where, okay,
it's like,
you're watching your
it actually
TV,
burns so quick.
you're watching your TV, and all of a sudden there's someone licking an ice cream cone, so you go to lick it, right? And then the scene switches while you're licking, and it's a nuclear explosion.
Oh,
Or a diuretic.
or it's just
Yeah.
Right? Like, why would you...
X-Lax.
Okay, like, I get... This just reminds me of that, like, old saying, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Okay? And I don't think Lick-O-Vision should have ever been created.
But has
like,
that-
this is...
has that stopped people before?
Oh, God, no, it
I
hasn't.
did find out one thing. Do you guys know the show Despicable Me?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that show.
You know the fart gun?
yeah.
So, every 10 year or at 10 years, our military has to release their documentation. Guess what they developed 10 years ago?
Oh my.
There is actually a fart gun that's ready, like you can make it,
Oh, wow.
and supposedly it can project it almost 50 feet.
Ew.
Oh.
Holy
I see why that would be effective on the battlefield. You're just like shooting, killing a
Yeah.
guy, and then you just smell a rancid ass fart. That would like stop me midway. Like I would look at my buddy.
Very effective, I will
God.
say.
Like, what did you eat?
Okay, but you got also got to
I
admit,
think that you'd be running.
all of our war games that we have right now, they are very much based off real war things,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
So,
God.
like, you boast on that game, on like Call of Duty and stuff, right? By teabagging. That fort gun isn't going to get used until the guy has 15 holes in him. They're going to shoot him, and then they're going to fart on him.
It's gonna be a new level of disrespect.
Okay,
Yes.
whoa.
God, you
New level of blowout.
All I'm saying is this could totally sway so many sports games, it wouldn't even be funny.
I
Okay?
sat on it for a minute.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Or
Whole new
something like,
terminology on loadout.
oh
I
my
couldn't help
god.
it.
You're all standing there, it's like, wow, this is a really, really long line. I wish it would be brah. Hey, look, front of the line, guys. No need for Disney Fast Pass here. Okay. Like,
Next. Yeah.
Yeah, but then you have to sit in it.
Get your heart.
Oh,
a small price to
Are gonna
pay
be
for
like
Splash Mountain.
are gonna be like the new like super soldiers.
You just walk right on the roller coaster. There's a blowout. Everybody's
Right?
gone.
All the new super soldiers will be all the
Think some
people
of blood
who
on
lost
you.
their sense of smell during COVID.
Yeah, that's gonna be the new super soldiers. Or everyone's just gonna be
bad.
constantly
Oh, that's
sick
just
to
bad.
block their nostrils.
I guess. We could just fart gun people and that would tell us whether or not they had COVID. Oh, look, they smelt it.
Oh,
This
wait.
one didn't.
If that gun goes 15 feet, that means it also has a shockwave.
It probably would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you use it in close range,
Oh my god!
so,
Okay.
both ways.
Whoa. So this is not only a fart gun, but this is a percussion fart gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you get too close, you can like shoot it in their
I
ear and
need
it
that
can
when my
bust their
in-laws
eardrum.
come.
Oh my god.
Apparently, if you go through all of the
That'll keep him
documentation
away.
that the military releases, there is some really weird shit in there.
Well, of course,
Different weapons that they developed but never actually brought into production.
they tried to make a gay bomb, so
A what?
Oh, honey.
a gay bomb.
Excuse me.
What?
A gay bomb?
Yes, during World War II, they had a program where they were trying to make a nuclear bomb, like a bombshell, that made the enemy soldiers gay. So when they're in war, the enemy soldiers
Oh,
would be...
good grief.
So they could easily kill them. You can look it up. It's an actual thing. The U.S. Army tried to make a bomb that made people gay.
I'm just trying to wonder who used it on you.
What the hell?
Nobody used it on him. They dropped it over San Francisco.
You get a bomb, you get a bomb, and you get a bomb.
So good.
Oh wow.
We're
You know, they had. I know that the one that I looked up that was super weird was that they had a deck of throwing cards that they carved the edges of them and tried to get the fastest card throwers to join the armed forces to become this card throwing fleet.
What is the purpose?
Gambit.
Well, yeah, honestly, there are a few card throwers out there that can throw hard enough to
stick in the wall.
actually... Yeah, they will stick inside people.
Yeah. They constantly do. You can stick a normal playing card in a watermelon, so...
Yeah.
And with the way the human body is, it's just like the closest thing we have is a pig.
But they
And-
figured that cards were small enough for people to keep on them that no one would suspect if they're sitting there playing a game of poker and they came up on them that they would be able to cut them to pieces before they drew their weapons.
This is a whole
So
new
this
level
was,
of ninja.
Part of this whole psychological warfare / we're getting card throwers to attack people. It was super weird. I read this whole article on it, and I'm like, what?
The part the article didn't mention was that they did put this into action, and unfortunately all of them died by sniper, because, well, even though you can throw a card real hard, you can't throw it that far.
Well, if they'd had the tarot card readers, they could have said, "Oh, sorry, you're dead."
You get the death card.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God. That would bring a whole new meaning to the world of poker tournaments. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Well, and that's the stupid part is, a lot of our scientists, they start out as nerds. They start out as geeks. So anything they saw in their childhood, they will try and reproduce.
Striker.
Probably
Yeah.
short cake will kill you.
I guarantee you there is a scientist that has been trying to work out for years how to fuse a human skeleton with metal while still alive.
Well,
Yeah.
what was it? The dude that was talking about
Yeah.
the invention of the first tablet was based off of the Star Trek.
Bullshit.
The little,
Ow.
I don't believe that for a second.
yeah.
Fred Flintstone had one of those thousands, millions of years before that.
Okay, that was a real tablet, babe.
Yeah, but they also were watching.
Yeah, please. That's
It had apps.
Yeah, that's...
They were also watching Star Wars with the Rock Enterprise.
What about the real tablet, the Ten Commandment tablets?
Oh.
He just went up and got them from the cloud. So
What was that
Yeah.
show? These 15 crash. These 10 commandments.
You know it.
history of the world.
Yeah, but
Right.
I know if you've seen the YouTube channel Hacksmiths, they've actually made quite a lot of things from
From movies and
movies.
stuff.
They
yeah.
made a real Iron Man
Suit.
gauntlet shooter, and they also
Yeah,
made
the-
the world's first lightsaber.
And they made Mjolnir.
Yeah, they
Mjolnir?
did.
Yeah.
Not
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
And,
Cool.
and
Okay, so Cole, like...
Eddie Hall couldn't lift it.
I gotta be honest. So Cole totally, like, fucked up my mind the other day. Because he told me about a dream that he had.
Oh.
Okay.
Nikki's already prepared herself.
No, and it was about Thor and gravity.
Oh, yeah.
And it, like, screwed with my mind so bad, I was like, no! Here,
So
tell him.
I've read a lot of comic books when I was a kid. And one thing about Thor is there are a few people that have been able to pick up his hammer.
Mjolnir.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The thing
But they haven't
is...
been worthy.
Yeah, they're worthy people.
Well, but here's the thing. Two of the worst villains in Marvel Comics.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't ever able to pick it up, but they were able to stop it at the apex. So Thor would swing his hammer, and when he came down at a 45-degree angle, the thing is, when you come down at a 45-degree angle, at the 45 degrees, that's the apex of your throw, and that is when gravity starts taking over. They were able to stop it and hold it.
Well, that makes sense, because since Thor is worthy, the way Mjolnir actually works is if someone is unworthy and they're holding it, the weight gets heavier and heavier so they cannot lift it. So
Yeah, but
when
wouldn't
Thor's
it just crush him
smashing
into
it
the
down-
ground if it was at the apex?
No, because since Thor is worthy, it would just be as light as a normal hammer at that point, and he would just be using
Only
his
for
own-
him.
Yes.
They don't grab his hand, they grab
They
the
grabbed
hammer.
the hammer itself.
Yes, but it's the handle that...
But they stopped it. He's still pushing.
Yeah, it's weird. But Cole, I was like, boom, mind blown.
But you could,
Like,
but there's
what?
with that the actual comics, you could easily pick. Anyone can actually pick up Thor's hammer if they're in space. They could like swing it around because the actual way the hammer works in the comics is the person who is unworthy, the hammer gets heavier and heavier when they try and pick it up to the point they cannot pick it up. But in the space that has no gravity, anyone can pick it up or swing it around.
Holy shit.
That's not true.
But it's been proven in the comics.
But in the it depends on the comic, because in the one with Helena,
Oh, I don't even know.
Yep.
Yeah.
when they're
Ragnarok.
fighting, when they're fighting in space, she can't pick up the hammer. She tries.
But it's also been proven in Battle World that when
Okay,
all
well,
the Thors
like,
were...
all I'm thinking is this is like a magical item, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
I don't
brought
know
by
how
the
we ended up on
gods and
this
stuff. So, therefore, wouldn't it just be magical? And, like, if they can pick it up, they can. And if they can't, well, it's magic.
Yes, but
But,
but with
Houdini.
the actual magic of that mythology, it has certain rules to it that do abide by science.
Ah.
Like Tony Stark, actually in the comics, he actually
Why?
What?
Why?
Yeah, why do they abide by science?
I don't know.
Because they're a creation of ours, just like AI.
Yeah,
Well, wait a minute. No, because that one doctor guy,
Doctor Strange.
Dr. Strange, never abided by any kind of science.
Actually,
Yes, he does.
yes.
What?
Actually, Tony
He's a
Stark
doctor.
actually looked into Doctor Strange's whole view of magic, and he actually calculated down to science, and actually was able to recreate it into a suit.
Okay.
This was shown in the comic book series.
So, cool.
Sorry,
I got nothing other than that's awesome. I'm
nerding
glad
out.
they could scientifically figure out a way that Doctor Strange isn't strange.
No, but that still proves that anything we create
Is based in our knowledge.
is based on our knowledge and our laws of physics.
and our understanding.
Yes.
Also
All
that.
M's.
So our AI is based off that.
Yes.
That is not true.
And so the
We
higher
can
beings
create
AR is
one
based.
thing that is not 100% based in any kind of knowledge that we
What?
have. Kids.
No,
Have you met
that's-
him?
No, but that's incorrect because your biological genes base your whole self into that child.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that we don't understand it or anything else. We have no idea how the human brain works, so how did we just create one?
Because the genes in your body know it. You don't have to physically know it, but your body knows how to do all this stuff because it's been programmed to.
Why has it been programmed to, though? Ho, ho, ho.
To keep our race from...
Look at you bringing it around
Yeah.
town. Hey.
Yeah.
Look at him getting this shit back on track. That's
Yeah.
great. Simulation.
But I hope you
Simulation.
talk about Marvel the whole thing.
Huh?
Nothing. I
Simulation.
can nerd out this whole entire show.
Well, but like,
Oh no.
Quaid. Oh, sorry, wrong one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what the most plausible simulation we could be in would be.
The most plausible simulation?
Well,
Yeah.
I can
Not this one.
think of one. It would honestly be VR chat.
What?
What?
VR chat.
What the fuck is a VR chat?
Okay, so
I'm sorry, we're old, honey.
I
yeah.
thought you were society.
This
Okay.
is new shit.
So it's called technology,
Ooh.
and it uses virtual
Oh,
reality.
Lord.
Is this the shit you use to cheat on your tests?
No, I don't actually have the money to actually do it. If I did, I would. Actually, it's so cool. People in China have created glasses that show you all the programs. It's hella expensive, but so cool.
We had
It's
those
like
a
Free
few
Guy.
years ago. They were called
All
Google
right, I'm
glasses.
doing what
and they
Nikki's doing
sucked.
right now.
Okay, have
whoa,
you guys
whoa, whoa.
seen the new thing from Samsung?
The
The
smart
Galaxy,
ring.
the Galaxy Smart Ring.
Yeah,
No.
that's
It's a fucking wedding ring
that.
that's smart.
Yeah, it can track your heart rate. It can track your blood pressure,
And it can
your
track you.
Sleep. It can track. It can also show you time. It can show you text messages. It can actually do a
It
lot.
can't show you text messages.
Okay,
It
you
can.
know,
A ring?
Oh,
yes, but I gotta be honest, isn't this just another way for, like, jealous husband number one or jealous wife number one to, like, track their significant others on a daily fucking basis?
Control.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's what it seems like to
Yeah.
me. I'm
yeah,
like,
but
that's
there's
creepy
honestly
as
an
shit.
easier way to do
Okay,
that.
but just call jealous husband number one what it actually is. The U.S. government.
Yeah, but it's not like they're not already tracking us because on the daily we always carry our phones with us, or we always have one piece of technology.
No, there's a lot of people that don't.
They can track you without even having your phone on.
They're
All you
not
have to do is
plastic in our
carry it.
body, so.
Well,
Yeah.
Not only that, but I mean, like, we have satellites that can read a freaking dollar bill from goddamn space. If they want to find you, they're gonna find you.
Yet we
Okay,
have
I'm going
security
to
cameras in
tell
banks
you
that
what
are
I
still
was told
pixels.
by a friend of mine who is retired military and who knows his shit. Like, big information. He told me that if I ever wanted to have a private conversation with him to inform him of certain things that I knew, I could probably never do it because they could find me even in a cave.
Right?
Well, I mean,
Well,
yeah, you have to think about it.
Like, if we think about it, like, we were tracking, like, okay,
Bin Laden.
I was
like
pissed.
Bin Laden and all this shit in
I was
cave
pissed.
systems that weren't even mapped.
Yeah,
Like,
Yes.
like if we
Yeah.
honestly,
if we
they
can
wanted
find somebody in a
tracks-
cave system that's not mapped 10,000 feet underground, then I'm pretty sure we can find anybody at any given point in time.
yeah, we just don't
Like-
spend the money to.
Okay, well, but we weren't actually tracking him. We got told where he was.
Yeah, that's true.
We couldn't find that
That's
shit.
true.
Ed.
Yeah,
But, I mean,
Well, then
like,
there's another one that got killed, too.
yeah.
The Iraq one, right? I forget. What's his name? Saudi something. What is it?
I
S.
don't know.
How can I not remember this?
Saddam Insane.
Saddam
Yes.
Hussein. Oh my god, yeah. That was weird. Why did all of us draw a blank on that
I
except for the
know.
Australian? Oh, but
I know, I knew it, but I wasn't gonna say it. It's not,
Yeah.
there's certain words, certain names I will not repeat.
no, I hear you.
That's one of them.
and
Well, that's
did
why
you
I called
guys
him
hear
Insane instead of the real name.
Yes, exactly.
the credit card chip got advanced.
They
More
both
advanced.
were.
People are
Yeah.
starting to implant little chips in their between their pointer finger and their thumb that can read off your credit card and can open your phone and house.
Correct.
That is only a new
Not
thing in the
only-
United States.
Okay, sorry, but what happens when
I
you
know.
change your credit card number?
It's not a new thing.
They take it out.
There's a guy
No,
down here
that's
that
the one on
I
camera.
think-
They
I
cut
think-
off your goddamn finger.
No, I think that there's a way to like electronically input new numbers and stuff
Yeah.
for when you change bank accounts and that kind of stuff.
They could also just
No,
like
you
cut
only
it
get
open.
10 tries.
No.
Yeah. But they
That's
could also
right.
just cut it
The
open. and
tiniest
replace it.
camera. Sorry.
No, what's up?
They came out with the newest, tiniest camera. It fits barely on the tip of your finger,
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
pad
it's-
of your finger.
It's smaller than a grain of rice.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they were talking about like medical uses where you could swallow, like
Yeah.
the new micro cameras, and then it like,
like
does
the
a
movie.
full
Does a full body scan.
It'll do like a full body scan, and then you don't have to go through like
Yeah.
the MRIs and
technology is
CTs.
getting-
That's
crazy.
why. That's why the other side keeps telling me and friends of mine who are psychic that med beds will start appearing in public, in regular public access.
Wait,
in
does
10
that mean I can become
in
an
10
avatar?
years, in 10 to
I can become
10 to
blue?
20, but
Yeah.
What do you
I
mean,
mean,
med
it's-
beds?
Okay, what do you
Yeah.
mean by a med bed?
Are you talking about like the Fallout one, the Avatar one?
I'm talking about beds that that can heal the whole body.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so like Doctor Who med beds.
No, you remember Stargate?
Oh, where they laid on that little slab, and then it was like, "Ew," and then everything was good.
And I call them the coffins, but actually ETs, I've seen stuff like that on board ET ships.
Oh, so like
very
the alien
very
movie.
very similar ships. But yeah, I mean in the Star Trek in the Stargate series, they had not Thor. What the hell was the they're put into a coffin in the show. They're put into like these coffin like containers, and it heals the entire body within a short amount of time.
yeah, this is like
That's
a huge
version of a
sci-fi
med bed.
thing.
That's a version
yeah.
of a med bed.
That would
And
be
I personally, I want to know where they came up with that, because there's no way in hell that they came up with that on their own.
Ooh, I can't.
Somebody had to
well,
have told them
okay.
about the ETs.
Yeah, but I mean, like med beds or the version of med beds, because there's all different ones in different sci-fi movies and everything
Correct.
like that.
Yeah.
According to a lot of UFO authors, there are quite a few people that are in constant contact with alien races and the government to introduce us to technology.
I could
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
it.
The first med bed that we
I already
ever
know
had,
that. I've experienced that myself because of the fucking MyLabs. Pardon my language.
but the first med bed we ever had, or something of that sort, was Star Trek. And Gene Roddenberry is on all those lists.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Like if you think
That
about
was
some
Steven
of the
Spielberg.
shit that came
But
out of that guy's mind, that
the
was
thing
not
is,
original thought. That
When
was
it
somebody
comes to
telling him.
that, like, my enduring heart of human goodness tells me that's the direction we're going.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
But my common sense that watches the news on a regular occasion tells me, do you guys remember Futurama, where the first time Fry meets Bender, he's in a suicide booth? That's where we're going.
and maybe that will
Unfortunately, with every technological advancement we make, we step like 10 feet back in humanity. Like, it's bad.
We're always finding new ways to kill each other and kill
We
us.
are.
I've been shown, like I've talked about this off and on for the last number of years. I've been shown the next 50, 100, 200, and 400 years.
Can you tell me
Robert
if
knows. I
ever
mean,
become a
there's been
millionaire?
times where we've been in
relevant.
chat or other group chats, and somebody's talking, and the next thing I know, I'm getting a psychic download that knocks me off my ass. I mean, it's just, and I'm shown all this information. And then I start talking about it publicly because it appalls me. A lot of it just is shocking. If we continue to go down those pathways, there are things that are going to be making some really incredible breakthroughs in science and technology,
Yeah.
but at a severe humanity cost.
Absolutely. Like, well, if you think about it, like I was saying, every advancement that we make, we seem to make a few steps back, if not several steps back in what
Yes.
humanity is.
Yes.
And I am just waiting for something. Have you guys ever seen the movie The Happening? Where,
Yes, sounds really familiar.
Where all of a sudden the plants decided, screw you guys, and started like excreting something from the plants that caused us to like kill the humans off of the planet.
I have a vague recollection of that movie.
I
think it creeped me out so badly that I went, nope, I can't.
Right, and see, that's the thing is I'm waiting for what we think of as inferior life to finally just be like, oh, hell no. I want my planet back. Okay.
But that's the thing. As humans, we are a reactionary species.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very much so. It's one of the things the ETs talk about.
No matter
they don't
what
like
we do,
our emotions. Sorry, Cole.
But we get any reaction. But the better reaction always wins. Doesn't matter what type of reaction.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you guys an example. We'll do an experiment here. I will give you 2 jokes. Okay, what's invisible and smells like carrots? Bunny farts.
Oh, I was thinking Oompa Loompas.
What in the hell?
Okay.
Have you ever been around a bunny when it farts? I am here to tell you, it don't smell like carrots. What the hell?
Now I'm going to give you a second joke.
Rats who had bunnies.
They smell like sultanas either.
Oh, God.
Okay, second joke. What do Germans hate more than World War II jokes?
Jews?
The gas bill. Everyone, except for the people in my house because they're fucking sick, shut their eyes and winced.
Wow.
That one always gets a bigger reaction. The first one is a clean, nice joke made for anyone. The second one is dark humor.
Mm-hmm. Second one's for sick bastards.
So that's more than dark humor, but yeah.
But
it's the
and
shock
I've got
factor.
friends who are German, so live in Germany.
Yeah,
that would not fly well.
But harsher shit always gets a darker reaction, and a darker reaction, as long as it's bigger, will always beat a smile.
See, I've always been at the forefront of the opposite of that. Okay, because in my experiences, when somebody says something that causes like a horrific reaction from people, like a oh my god, or a what is wrong with this person type of reaction, okay, then you got all the uncomfortableness and everybody's kind of like okay, but laughter to me seems to be something that's very contagious. So you might have a room where you tell like a horrible joke and like 5 people go, oh Jesus. Everybody's like, but if a person tells a joke that makes one person hysterically laugh, okay? Even if it's only one person in a room of like 1,000 people, then that laugh makes somebody else laugh. And that laugh makes somebody else laugh until you have a whole auditorium of people that are just laughing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the problem is
the frequency of laughter is contagious.
Mm-hmm. Unpopular opinion here.
Yeah, usually. Love you. What's up?
In 2024, what is Bill Cosby known for?
In 2024?
Touching
pudding pops.
Yeah, what air?
Giddy.
Is he, or is it for the crime he just committed a few years ago and has been committing for the last 30 years behind closed doors?
No, yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
What does everyone talk about now about him?
How horrible of a person he was.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really think about like, oh, hey, Fat Albert and like all of this other stuff.
How many people did he make smile over the years?
Oh, yeah.
Quite a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But now that,
okay.
How many people did Will Smith get to, like, everybody loved his movies, goes over, punches somebody in the face. Nobody was laughing in that moment.
No.
Exactly.
Just slap her across the fucking everything. For real.
So yeah.
Well, okay, I guess I kind of understand what you're saying, where, like, one, well, that goes with, like, saints and all that crap, too. Like, one horrible deed ends up completely fucking up the reputation of anybody, or, like, completely wiping off everything that they did up until that point.
Yeah.
Right.
And, I mean...
Tanya Harding.
Yeah. And as far as, like, Bill Cosby,
Yeah.
obviously that was not one horrible deed. That was a lifetime of horrible shit. But I get what you're saying, where somebody can be perfect, like, their entire life, be the best person on the planet, and then tell the wrong person to fuck off, and all of a sudden they're
Life
horrible,
destroyed.
and nothing that they did before that matters at all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, who's going to see a Will Smith movie now? Not
Right.
me.
right. Exactly.
Right.
I'll still
Hey.
watch Men in Black solely because of the fact that there are factors in there that actually do involve specific ETs.
And I gotta
Right.
say, I loved Men in Black just because it
Oh, so fine.
not only did it bring certain things to light, but it did it in a way that everybody could kind of understand and, like, was humorous at the same point. You know what I mean? It wasn't
Yeah.
like...
But I
Yep.
gotta ask, does anyone who streams the movie now, does anyone else skip the first part where it's the fucking bug going through?
Oh, God, yes.
Right?
Always. Always. You always skip through that first, like, 10 minutes of a bug walking around. Okay.
And that one actually bothered me. Do you know why? They stole it.
Why?
Because the first one to do that was Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
There are bugs, though. In real life, there are ETs that are bugs. Look at the mantis beings. The mantid beings. They represent mantids.
Well,
There are spider ETs. No freaking joke. I know people who've been around them.
well, you know, I always kind of look at it, okay, and if you...
That one creeps me out.
If you
no end, but,
like,
you know.
I believe in, like, multi-universes, obviously.
Yeah,
like,
I do too,
I believe
actually.
in alternate versions of everything, and if you think about it that way, there really isn't anything that couldn't be potentially a giant ET. Like, you know, like, anything that evolved here, anything that evolved anywhere else could easily evolve in intelligence.
You know, Robert,
That's okay.
I listen to that guy once a week now. Because I listen to his podcast, Heartless. And he is... that is still his best work. Everything he did after was shit. That is his best work.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Aha.
Oh my. Robert put something. If you're not on Discord for you kind of really should be, because that's what a lot of us start laughing over. Oh, holy cheese. Oh my god. Wow. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to shut everything down. I was just sex, bugs, and rock and roll. Oh, God.
Oh man.
Jason...
Momoa?
Funny.
Oh, God.
Rosella couldn't remember who that
You know
was.
though, like,
Yeah.
what you were saying about, like, ETs being like bugs and some of them being different and some of them being...
Bateman. Jason Bateman.
Yeah, Jason Bateman's hilarious. Okay.
Yes, he is.
But, I mean, like,
That's old school.
like, our
Sorry.
fear of these things has to stem from something.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so there is no reason that, like, on average, let's say, the average human is about, 5'8", and about,
yeah.
160 to 180 pounds. Okay? So, we have your average human. There is no reason that a person that's that big should be scared of something that's an ant.
Well,
like, they shouldn't be scared of these small little creatures. Like, you know what I mean?
Have
like,
you ever seen the huntsman spider?
if we actually
mean,
look at
they're
nature, a lot of
big as your
huge
head.
creatures are
That's just
scared of small
tiny.
creatures like
Man, I gotta sleep soon.
elephant and a mouse. The elephant will always jump when it sees a mouse
Yeah.
by its foot. It's just an internal.
Yeah, but
instinct.
that's what I'm saying, is there has to be, like, yes,
Yeah.
I've seen giant spiders, and I've seen poisonous spiders, I've seen
Those
all
are the ones
kinds of
that jump at
spiders,
you.
but it doesn't mean that you still don't get that guy that's, like, 6'9" and, like, 400 pounds going, oh, God! And jumping on a chair because there's a random-ass daddy
Okay,
long legs
whoa,
that
but
walks by. Like,
to be
okay.
fair,
Have you ever
to
seen
be
a
fair-
horse get reactionary to
Oh,
a
yeah.
mouse?
But
I was
to
just
be-
thinking that.
with the 6'3" guy, okay,
Yeah.
reacting to
Oh
a spider.
no, Robert! No spiders, dude!
Dude, no, I'm not.
No, no.
You think of a lot of millennials and Gen X people,
Uh-huh.
like later Gen X or early millennials.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, most of them have the parents that didn't give a shit when arachnophobia came out and let them watch it at any fucking age.
Yeah, okay,
Yep.
that
Okay.
is true. That was actually
So-
a pretty scary movie when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
and
Okay.
so
And
the
another one-
fear is kind of justified.
John.
Well, I know
Yeah.
that my mom, okay, she still, like, reacts fucking weird to ants, and it's because when she was little, she snuck out and watched The Human Ant, or whatever movie, where the guy, like, transformed into half ant, half human, and, okay.
And I actually know
Try
one of my
not
friends is
being-
actually scared of little people.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Well, try being in
And he's
walking
like,
when you're in a different country and you're walking on grass and it's dusk and you end up walking through a red anthill. Hello, been there, done that.
Yeah.
They
Oh.
climb
Pushed my
your
brother
legs
into one.
so
Oh,
damn
no,
fast.
and they're horrible. They're horrible.
Yes.
Yep, we've
Yes.
done
Oh,
that
yeah, I've
in
had a
the
lot of poisonous things with those.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
state.
I got violently ill afterwards. I was in Tonga when that happened.
I have a funny
Yeah,
little
me
anecdote
too.
about the little people thing that
Yeah.
John posted. Friend, do you guys know who one of the most famous people who's scared, who has that fear? I can't remember what it's called, what the actual phobia is
The
called.
actual phobia of little people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Stamos,
John Stamos.
Uncle Jesse.
he's scared of them.
So there is a
Weird.
midget.
They're some of the nicest folk.
Yeah, but
Well, sometimes.
Well, I
there's a
agree
dwarf.
with John.
And they're always laughing because when they run through the grass, it tickles their balls.
And
Holy jeez.
there's a dwarf that is a comedian.
Robert, are you drinking?
His name,
Yeah.
I can't remember his full name, but his first name's Brad.
Oh,
Yeah.
And he
I know
did
who you're
a-
talking about.
Yeah, okay, so he
He's
did
a
a
great
show.
comedian.
Yes, he is. And he did a show with Bob Saget. So
Yeah.
John Stamos showed up. And Bob Saget knew about his phobia. So he went and told Brad in his dressing room. And immediately, as soon as he took him back to John Stamos, he ran up and started humping his leg.
Oh, that's
What was that reaction?
it
Oh,
was
he screamed like a little girl.
hilarious.
Wow. So it is kind of funny. I actually have like a story about, like, it's funny just kind of talking about fears of little people and like having them and not having them, I guess. There was this concierge in like when we were in Florida last year. It was like, yeah, around October, around this time, kind of coming up. But we went for our anniversary, and like my son, he was like 10 back then. He walked by the concierge, who was, you know, a little person, like dwarf, what do you want to call it, right? But and my son just went, because the guy was like, hello to everybody in the morning who walked by, because you have to go by him to get to breakfast. You know, we were all like, oh, hi. just kind of barely waking up. My son goes, "Hello, little man," all cheerfully. It was funny because we're all like, "No, be quiet." He's like, "What?" And then I thought, like, maybe I'm smothering him and telling him, like, what to do, and I shouldn't be. But it was pretty funny because, like, the whole joke, the whole trip was like, "Hello, little man." So it's like, do we put fears into people, and create it, or let it go, kind of thing? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Just thought I'd throw it out there. Maybe it's a part of the simulation.
John tried.
Well, we do implant fears into other people.
Right.
But
blogs.
Get past
maybe that came from my mom.
We can get past all of them if we try. Because, like, John tried to catch me again. Randomly asked in the middle of the day when we're all sitting here, just out of nowhere, "What are you scared of, Dad?" And it was Kayla that piped up and said, "Nothing." And it's not true. But my fears are logical. I'm scared of my kids getting hurt. I'm scared of something happening to Kayla. Yep. But when it comes to fear of, like, spiders or little people or, like, any of that stuff, even heights, I don't have them.
Nope.
I just, there's no point.
You're too rationally minded to have fears of something irrational.
Not saying I like spiders, but, like, I have no problem talking to him.
I have friends that...
like, if he's in the bottom of my shower, he stays the fuck there. That's his area. I have my area. You stay the fuck over there, I'll stay the fuck over here, we won't have a problem. But if you come over to my area, you're going to be the one who's scared.
I have friends that call me the bee whisperer because I'll walk up and if they've got like hornets' nests or insect nests, it's usually bees, but and I'll deal with them, and they're like terrified, and I'm the one that has a medical issue with it. I'm not anaphylactic, but I do have a medical issue with them, and I'm like, they don't, for whatever reason, they don't bother me.
See, and on that one, I'm not scared. I'm just smart. I send my 16-year-old son over there.
It's so unfair.
But see, I had a grandfather who went head first into a tree, and the bush, the leaves were covering the bottom of a very large hornet nest. He was covered in bees, head to toe. I mean, they ended up having to rush him to the hospital because of it. So, I mean, he was out mowing his lawn. It was pretty frightening. But, I mean, so you get something like that, it's a totally different ballgame. But if you're going to go and deal with them, you've got to be smart about stuff.
They do weird me out because I feel like they know English.
They know frequency.
Well,
they know your personal frequency.
They'll come up to me, like a wasp will come up near me, and I'll look at them and I'll say, "Hey, no, go over there." And they do.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, next, bring me something. Like,
bring me some real honey.
Yeah, I want to start learning how to control this,
Well, okay, with the spiders, you can actually tell a spider. And this is what I've done. And it's all with frequency and your own energy. This is what I've learned from the other side. This is what I've learned from the Fae. I used to kill spiders. I have once since I've moved into this new place, but there was and I don't do it unless I absolutely have to. Now, that's how I am now. But, what I learned from the other side and the Fae is that I'm like, I'll tell the spider, look, you can have at it in here, but you will leave me alone, you will leave my bed alone. These are the rules. And it's interesting because I've never had any problems. other than one incident with a new spider that came in, and I was like, no. Because the energy was wrong. I could feel the energy, and I was like, oh, no. You're not staying in here. But yeah, there's a frequency with insects. Oh, dear God. John, holy shit. Anyway, but yeah, there's a frequency with them. And as much as I do not like huntsmans, because their body, not the legs, but their body is bigger than a plate, a dinner plate.
What do you think of those new ones we have now, supposedly? They're working
on
great.
the East Coast?
Yeah.
The flying spiders.
Did you
The
know?
flying spiders, they're poisonous.
Yeah.
Supposedly, their fangs are really tiny, and it's extremely difficult for them to bite a human. They can't puncture through the skin. But I find that fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not okay with that, because when they jump, they leave. They're this kind of spider that leaves the silk. You can see the silk. I don't want to frickin' see the silk.
Yeah.
Well,
I have an issue with that. That's a visual issue with that. That creeps me out beyond description. Spiders fly.
I
Oh
do
my
believe they
God.
deserve to live. So,
Nope.
like,
Minimizing that one.
for the Juno spiders, I believe, honestly, if they want to live, they should probably stay away from the southern states, because when all those hillbillies start to see something flying through the air that's colorful,
Oh, fire!
all they're going to do is say pull.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Pew
Yeah.
pew pew pew.
Like,
I don't know. I don't like it when a spider, like, crawls on me or anything, but I'm not, like, I don't know.
you want to talk about 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Okay, that was gross. That was gross. I should never roll my window down in the car and be like, giant spider!
You made me get out of the car and
I
get
made
it.
you get out of the car and get it. Yes,
I
I
was
did.
talking about that chair.
Oh, God, that was scary, too. I don't know. Spiders hate me now.
4 times that day, Kayla found a spider in her chair.
I did! And then...
Then I pulled the chair back when they left, and I found like a colony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I was sitting on a...
I had to crush a
spider
few
colony.
eggs.
Ew. But whatever.
Somebody else put something nicer up than that. I can't have that on my screen.
Yeah,
That's-
like,
that's a
minimize
no.
that shit.
I got it.
Oh, that. Oh,
No. Spiders coming out of the mouth. No, thank you.
no.
How about that?
I don't know. I gotta call it back up again. Hang on.
Mexican dancing
No, now
spider.
that I can deal with.
He brings you tacos.
Okay.
Here, they'll clean it out.
Josh!
Speaking of ET, the fastest spider in all Mexico.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so we were talking simulations. Let's get back to that.
No.
Damn.
I remember sleeping again.
Oh, fun
My
fact.
worst fear.
Fun fact. Every night, the average human eats around 8 spiders.
Hey, no.
Yeah, okay.
No,
Okay.
no.
Guys,
God damn
just
it.
remember, if it is a simulation, none of this shit's real.
So we're all safe
Yeah.
in our pods.
That's funny.
Oh, God. Now we're pod people.
Wait, if
Yeah.
we're pod people, are there pod animals?
Well, yeah, there would have to be.
Like,
Why?
so are there spiders in pods?
Why?
What?
Yeah.
Why would there have to be?
Like, are they
Why
considered...
can't animals be simulated?
Are they considered, like, actual... Like, do they have...
Because,
considered
again,
amount
you're
of
thinking
souls?
from a human perspective
But-
where you're like, humans are the only
No, but
thing that
cats
matters.
glitch all the time.
Yeah, cats glitch, but people glitch too.
Yes.
Yeah.
That might have just been a seizure.
Those are called NPCs.
No, okay.
Was this broke a glitch?
No, I have to admit, though, I have seen with my own eyes, like, a tree glitch.
Yeah.
Where I've been, like, out walking around and I'm looking at nature and I'm doing this thing. And, like, I swear to God, this tree just goes... And I'm like, what the fuck
I
just
told
happened?
you, don't eat that mushroom.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think that I have blinked or something because I will like see things. I
Oh,
think
Robert!
it's kind of weird, but like I'll see things like just like white all of a sudden, like a streak or something through
Right.
my vision. But I mean, and it's happening like a lot more lately. So I'm like, it must be like me blinking and not realizing that I'm blinking that fast or something. But
And that's what I said. Like, I've seen a lot of things in my life, like, that either flash or, like, glitch or, like, I'm like, whoa, that's really, really fucking weird. Like, that doesn't belong there. Like, stuff like that, where
yeah.
I don't know if it's just in passing, like I saw it wrong, or my brain didn't register it right, or what it was, but I've seen that type of stuff regularly. So I don't know.
Robert, I gotta tell you, that's not a battery.
Need a little bit more.
That's a flash drive. Because those things did not use you for power. They implanted something into you, and then something else came out. So that's a flash drive, friend. What the fuck is that, Robert?
Oh my god!
Well,
I am Groot. Okay.
Wow.
So anyway,
Yeah.
okay. I have to ask, Robert. Is that where the maple comes from?
Oh
as
my
a Canadian, I
god!
can tell you no.
Okay. This brings a whole new meaning to tree tapping. Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say sap, but okay.
Although I can tell you that the Egyptian women were probably not that happy in their lifetimes.
Yeah.
Because they're all the dildos they found in the ancient pyramids of Egypt were wooden.
What?
Yeah, they found a whole crap ton of sex toys in Egypt.
Oh my god!
Can you imagine getting those splinters out?
Right?
But they were, all of them were made out of wood. And then they also found what was documented as the first circulating pornography in Egypt.
Oh, please, they had whorehouses. What the
Yeah.
hell?
And it was,
Roman times had whorehouses, so did Egypt.
yeah, and they were, the first circulating pornography was this thing that, like a pamphlet that went out to different people. And it was like Kama Sutra type stuff.
Yep.
And then they had the coins made.
Yeah.
What was on the coin?
Well, one would be if you just wanted plain out normal sex. Other would be like getting
Certain
blowjob.
things.
And third would be
Certain play.
whichever other angle you want to have it at.
Yeah, like, so basically it was like a modern, it was like the modern version of like the sex dice, where like 1 means this, 2 means that, that kind of thing.
Oh wow!
I actually think the one...
Oh, I guess they're pretty bored.
This hamster was on one of them. Friend.
Excuse me.
Just go to town.
I've never seen such a thirsty hamster.
Oh wow!
Okay, the way that...
As the one in control of this show, John, you really let it get out of hand. Like,
That's what I was gonna say. Of course, this is your last show. God.
It's not my fault.
It's the last show of all time, but yeah. I just put in the coins of what I was talking about.
Yeah, the Egyptian... yes.
see that one on the edge there? That's the hamster one.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god! I've never seen this.
Yeah, they had those.
And they're worth a lot now.
I see why so many guys have coin collections.
God. All right, that was a good one.
They're not all like this, John. Like, I'm pretty sure they didn't depict this type of stuff on the Queen's coins.
I'm like
know.
stamps, you can't lick them.
Oh.
Well, you
my
can.
God.
But
Oh, you could. Probably get lead poisoning.
Wow. Oh, here.
We now
let's
have a
see if
new way to look at blowout.
and
No longer the military gun.
Right. Yeah.
Wow. That is some graphic stuff.
That's that.
They had plaques up on the walls that showed all you had to do was point to what you wanted. Oh dear God!
Oh, God. Oh.
So that's actually one of them that they found in Egypt.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, they'd have ones that they'd ride too.
Mm-hmm.
but even back then, they were unrealistic.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen a set of balls that square.
No.
You haven't been playing Minecraft.
You know, I honestly wonder if that's where the phrase Woody came from.
Oh my God. Do you know how bad our movie choices have become?
Nikki's
We're
dying.
actually getting a Minecraft movie.
Yeah,
They
I
should
know.
have animated the damn thing. For God's sake. They put it in live action. The movie's going to end up horribly. It's just another Hollywood thing that's just going to ruin the franchise.
How much did they pay the guy who plays Steve to, like, make him into a box?
Jack
Dude,
Black.
If they
Jack
can make
Black.
Barbie live action, they can make Minecraft
No!
live action.
That
Okay.
Yeah.
People have been making YouTube movies about this game for years. They should have just made the damn thing. What the fuck?
That can't be a real picture.
Yeah.
Holy.
I don't like the comment at the bottom, but the top part of it, that was awesome.
You may not like it, but that's what he would have been thinking.
No, God.
Oh God.
Oh, God.
What have we got now?
Wow.
That's a simulation.
Trying to be a good neighbor.
Oh,
The chopper is that way. No.
Into the chopper.
oh man. Bad when it's speechless.
John, you got anything else? Like, we got 24
Okay,
minutes.
you know what?
Like, we can't-
I got one more famous line from him
Yeah,
here
me either.
that's running through my head, and it's what the fuck did I do? Okay, because that's just
It's
wrong.
became irradiated.
Guys, come on. Really, none of you are going to go with, it's not a tumor. Like, come on.
Ah, that's
Oh
scary.
God, dude, that is the
Maybe she
ugliest
can play like a
baby.
tuba.
Oh, John, I thought you were an ugly baby, but damn.
Yeah, I found you little.
That was a horrible movie.
Bit my drink. I'm pulling Nikki.
And hey, hold on.
Yes.
Kayla,
Yeah.
It's
you said you
terrifying.
thought John was an ugly baby.
Yes, I will have
His head
nightmares
was-
tonight for sure now.
What?
John's head was
Spiders and
bigger.
that.
Yeah.
And the other
I've
things.
seen some ET devices, things, and
That's
interesting.
worse than all of them. No,
No, I don't. I'm not a breeder.
No.
I've been an implant.
okay, seriously,
Get
the
implanted.
only thing going through my head when I look at that is that freaking line from Total Recall, Quaid, because this is... Okay.
Yeah, okay, now it's. Yeah.
Ugh. That is so disturbing. Oh my god.
Very.
Here, this will find the movie.
Okay, so simulation.
Yeah.
Come
So
on, John.
yeah, Johnny,
Sorry.
get back to the simulation shit.
What else?
Oh, okay, got it. I was looking at that going, what the hell?
We're so prepared.
I know. I was, but then I got all that
Sidetracked by
sidetracked.
dildos
Then I kind of forgot everything.
by Woodrow Wilson.
Simulations. Our whole world
Well, let's
is-
see. I had written down from last week Moths, Mirrors, Black-Eyed Children, and the
Oh, yeah.
Matrix.
Start bringing that stuff up.
God damn it.
This whole show was a torture bomb, so.
Thanks, Nikki!
Yeah.
Well, that's what I had written down.
Well, we can only go from wooden dildos to that. It's
Yeah.
only fitting.
I do not
no
want to think
regression.
about going from wooden dildos to black-eyed children. This is not okay.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
I'm
I've
just
never
saying.
seen it
Okay,
again.
we can go from one to the
Yeah,
other.
you think they got the black eyes?
How about
Yeah.
yours?
Some of those dildos were probably pretty big, and afterwards there might have been a few moths
Yeah.
after a stretching
Mirrors.
like that.
Okay, whoa.
How about mirrors? Walk through mirrors.
Yeah.
Although you know what, actually that does have something to do with the original topic, because
yeah.
a lot of people believe, like a lot of the
Shit.
people who believe in simulation Earth.
Believe in mirror worlds.
Well,
Yeah.
no, they believe that the mirrors are a viewpoint into
Our world.
the actual world.
They are.
Yes.
Yeah,
They
because
are,
it's like.
though, but that's why I don't like them.
And, and mirrors can show
Mirrors are
weird
portals.
parts that actually
Not all.
doesn't really reflect.
Not all, yeah.
Okay, a mirror in itself doesn't bother me. It's the reflection inside of it.
Yeah, because
Okay.
because the longer you look at it,
So it's the
more it
mercury
changes.
on the back of it that creates the mirrored reflection.
Yeah, but what I mean is like any reflection. Okay, so it's not just mirrors for me, it's reflections, I guess, would be a better way to put that. Because mirrors freak me out because they reflect at a high frequency. Like, you can see every little detail, blah, blah, blah. Right?
Yeah.
But so do, like, windows at night that you can see a reflection in.
Yeah.
So do lakes, streams, ponds, whatever the fuck you can
Shadows.
see a reflection in. So do shadows. Yes, any of that kind of stuff, any reflective anything,
Flowers.
freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah. And then
Our son brought home a bouquet
Oh my
of
God,
flowers
shut
a few
up.
weeks ago from school, and one of them is fairly big. And Kayla was standing at the doorway, and she looked off to her side and saw this giant head-shaped thing sitting there, and it's a bouquet of flowers, and she screamed.
I did, dude.
Right.
I just saw a random yellow thing in my view. I was like,
how,
ah!
how do you think that made Hunter feel? To
Yeah.
know that you screamed because he brought you flowers.
I almost punched his flower. That's
You got a lot of past life issues, dear.
That actually, you know what, Robert?
Shut up.
Yeah.
That is a good question.
Those.
Yeah.
What if we can't walk through mirrors because our reflections are in the way? Like,
Yeah.
that actually is,
Like they're
an
blocking it.
intelligent question.
no. That's
Or what happens if if the people in the mirrors can't get out because we're blocking the way?
okay.
It's a
You know,
whole
like
reverse
I don't know. That's why when the reflection moves, you can, and then no.
I'm mostly just afraid of like
And
what's not being
that's-
reflected.
And that's
Is
why
that
two mirrors on a pole
that's usually why people
facing
are
together
afraid of mirrors.
is why they can almost get out.
I'm not afraid of what's not being reflected. I'm afraid of what's being reflected.
Like if it suddenly moves.
Well, but yeah, but that's the thing. Like, is it if it changes on you?
I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me.
No.
I think it goes back to a past life that she had, likely in Egypt or someplace that had, where she got very shocked by her reflection or something that she saw in a reflection. I honestly believe it goes back to a past life, and it's something that
Oh, yeah.
if you have fears that are that deep and that are that strong,
Glitch.
then there's usually a past life issue that needs to be corrected. It needs to be gone through, alleviated, and in order to alleviate it, you have to walk through the fear.
Well,
and that's not
okay.
easy to do.
So I think this sounds really fucking weird, but one of the reasons that I don't like mirrors is because I don't feel like... Okay, I don't even know how to say that without it sounding like batshit crazy.
Just say it.
Just say it.
I don't feel like the person being reflected in the mirror is the same person that I am. If that makes sense.
We're all batshit
Yeah,
crazy,
actually,
so yeah.
that does make sense to me.
It does because of the past life trauma, yeah.
They're less superior.
So I feel like it should be a different person looking at me than it is every time I look in a mirror.
Has to do with your soul.
That still sounds like a past life thing.
Yep.
To me, yeah.
You're expecting
You're not accepting.
the previous,
Like
the
I'm
previous
expecting,
images to be looking at
I'm
you.
expecting to see something other than what it actually
Yourself.
reflects. So when
Right.
it does reflect what I look
You.
like it reflects
Yeah.
me, I feel like it's reflecting something that isn't actually there.
Yeah.
If that, like, it's fucking weird, but that's one of the
No,
main
that-
reasons that I hate
it's
mirrors.
Not weird. No,
It is
not
not weird. This is that's past life trauma.
Psychological, because you remember what you looked like,
Yes.
what you looked like,
Yeah,
and then
at one time,
you're seeing what you are now.
and which is completely different.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, I've been there. I did that with my past life with when I was just about to say her name, and I can't do that. But as a Native American in the 1800s, when I saw me, I recognized my eyes, but I was like, that's not my face. Because that's not what I remember looking like. But I know by the look of the eyes, and I can feel from the soul that it was me.
And see, that's also one of the reasons.
And there's
that's-
only one photograph of me in that timeline. Only one.
Well, see, that's the thing, and Cole can attest to this. But so when I have reflections, I don't like them. I don't like mirrors. I don't like that kind of stuff. But I also severely hate having my picture taken.
Yeah.
And I think it's for the same reason. Like, I don't feel like I look like me. And it weirds me out every time somebody shows me, like, a picture. Because I'm like, that's, like, me, but it's not me. Like, I can tell it's me, but it's not me. I don't know. It's fucking
But it's also,
weird.
like, Kayla, you gotta realize that's not crazy. Like, the only thing that would be
No,
crazy
it's not.
with that kind of shit is if every time you looked in a mirror, it changed.
It was a different version of what you expected you to look like. Yeah.
Now
And
that
it
would be
wasn't
that would be neurological. There is a neurological disorder that
it's like that face disorder where you can't like
dysmorphia.
dysmorphia.
What is it? Well, it's also called apraxia. Is it apraxia or
aproximia or something like that? Yeah.
Avisual agnosia. It's called agnosia. agnosia. Agnosia.
Yeah, where you see a different person every time you see yourself.
Yeah.
It's a version. It's a version of agnosia.
Yeah, but you also can't identify other people in the right way.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. There are, like I said, there are different versions of it. So that's why they put the term of all the other things that are part of that disorder
under the branch of,
and then they use the word at the very end, agnosia, because it clarifies what the agnosia is.
So it's like of oneself versus of other people. Yeah.
Yeah. Or things. Yeah.
Right. Well, so I'll pull back on that kind of stuff sometimes too. And I'm assuming that probably is some kind of weird past life crap, like trauma or whatever. Because, like, Cole can also attest to the fact that I know things I absolutely should never, ever have known, ever. I've never touched this machinery before. I've never worked in this type of a job before. I've never done this before. But
I know how to do it.
But you know the ins and outs of
I
it.
can walk over and I can touch the damn thing and be like, oh, okay, well then we do this and we add that and we put...
Yeah.
And it
Yes.
just works. And it's like, well, why the hell would I know how to do that? I've never, ever done that before.
Yes, Robert. Robert's getting told something by a spirit. Who's probably being a smartass.
To continue with
Yeah.
the theme of the show. Right, okay, so we don't have enough documentation to have any proof of this. Do you think black-eyed children have reflections?
No.
We do have semi-documentation of that.
Yes,
Yeah.
because there's many stories of
And
people in
no,
their
they
cars.
And they'll look in the mirrors and
because they'll
you can't
say
see
that
them.
if they look in the mirror, they won't be able to see them. If they are standing at the car
Right,
or
sorry.
where there should be a reflection in the window of
Yep.
the car,
Yep.
there is no reflection of that.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that they're in a different frequency.
I've always... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I've always thought of them as part of the vampiric
Robert,
race.
Yeah, where they have to be allowed
Yeah,
in.
like that's what I'm saying. I've always thought of them as a branch of the vampiric race.
Yeah,
Because
I understand that.
they have a lot in common with them. Like, there are no reflections. They cannot enter a premises without being invited in. Like, a lot of things about black-eyed children, if you really look into it, are very similar
Yeah, but the one difference is...
to the vampiric race.
They instantly come in when you open the door.
No, they don't.
They don't?
No, they
No,
don't.
they have to
They need to be
invited
invited.
into the house.
Yeah,
They hate
Yeah.
That's why
Which
they're
is-
always asking, can we come
Which
in?
is why
Can
they're
we come in?
asking, can we come in? Can you grab
Yeah.
us this? Can we get this out of your house? Like, stuff like that.
Can we use your telephone?
Is because they have to be invited in.
Yeah.
Because, like, the original idea, including with vampires, is you are not just inviting them into your home.
You're inviting them into yourself.
You're inviting them into yourself.
That's why they made
and
mobile maps.
FYI, there are real vampires. It
Oh.
is a race of being.
I
Now,
100%
granted,
believe
not all of
so.
them
Wait.
are on
So
Not-
Earth, but there
Does-
are. It's like a race of ET.
They're
does
not the right ones.
do we have
Yes.
scuba diving vampires?
No
I-
idea.
Vampires?
What?
Scuba
Well, they
vampires.
don't need to breathe, but we can look
They
how
don't
they
need
breath
to breathe.
underwater.
And
I
they're
need to
not
find
affected
the
by
Anne
sunlight.
Rice type of vampires.
Somebody keeps trying to get me to talk about the race of dragons. There are races of dragons, and I'm not talking about the Dracos or the reptilians. I'm talking about fire breathing that were on Earth that do in China, and they had them in China. There are different.
And Romania.
The Withens.
Yeah, thank you, Romania. There are different areas on Earth where they were, which is why we've got the myths and the legends and all of that. And
Well,
the giants. There
We
there
had
were
scientific
giants.
proof.
Yeah,
We-
I mean
And
a
then
lot
it was
of that.
taken away.
Yeah,
we did.
Smithsonian took it. Government took it. A
And it
number of
makes
countries have taken
Way
it.
more sense if
Catholic
it's an
Church
alien
has
race.
taken it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of
We had, okay,
documentation of that kind of stuff.
Oh, we had the mother and the baby dragon,
yes, an actual specimen of a dragon
and then the cave got
That
sealed off, and then-
randomly disappeared.
yeah, it was all over the news back
Because
in the day.
it wasn't just a mother and a baby. There was also a knight in full armor.
Yeah,
And they
Well,
found it in a
there's-
cave in Romania.
There's also, Robert and I both know of a planet, and neither one of us should ever reveal where it's at.
Nope.
But there is a planet that is nothing but dragons.
A nest. Like it's a hatchery and
Yeah,
community of them.
yeah. It's pretty incredible.
Since we're
And
getting-
beautiful. Truly beautiful.
Since we're getting to the end of the show, what are we going to be talking? What are you guys going to be talking about next week?
None of your fucking business. You're not here anymore.
Aha.
I'm not
We're going to be talking about you going to school.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, who's got a week? I get 2.5.
wow! Wow!
Actually, you know what? It's been a month and a half. I think next week we're going to do another Reddit episode.
Okay.
We're going to help some people.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Friend. I don't like the whole dragon thing does make sense to me. Like it just makes a lot because to the idea of disappearing a mythical creature that is supposedly Earth-based doesn't make sense to me for any government or anything like that. They would totally admit to that.
Mm-hmm.
But an alien race, well, that's different.
And the dragons, some of them are pretty willing to work with humans.
Mm-hmm.
They're very, very nice. I mean, the ones that I've experienced, I know the ones that Robert has too, are...
Dang.
There are some that are not so nice. Oh my god.
Mm.
So
There's
D&D
my favorite.
bards are going to be very happy.
Toothless.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
So D&D bards are going to be happy.
Dragons.
Friend.
They're going to lay the dragon.
Well, we've got 2 minutes left. Oh, 1 minute by that clock. So, guys, we are going to end it here. Before we go, I just want to say, John, thank you for being with us for the last year.
Yes. You're welcome.
Do well in school or my foot's going up your ass.
I know.
That's about it. Get a job.
I'm trying, okay? I applied at Rite Aid and all other places.
I applied at Rite Aid. I don't know why I don't have a job yet.
I applied at Dairy Queen. I applied at all the fast food places. They're not calling me back.
Nikki, just I think we're losing our Cedar Woolley Rite Aid. They're saying we're not, but they have nothing on the shelves.
Why didn't you tell me that? I just applied.
Yeah, it was super weird. We went in there and there was like 2 hair dyes, a couple of things of beer, and like a few packs of Tylenol. And we're like, well, what?
That's bizarre.
Yeah,
they have
it was
no
super
Halloween
weird.
stuff other than a few things of Peeps.
What about...
Well, Mooney's
so
Peeps.
are they going to change it out for a CVS or something, or just get rid of it altogether?
I have no
I
idea.
don't know. But it was super weird. I was like,
Well, they might be remodeling.
I feel... No.
No?
But they were
no.
like, I feel
That's-
like I'm
that's
just
stuff.
like walking into like an apocalyptic fucking Rite Aid. Like, this is super weird.
Yeah.
They just remodeled the store like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But
Well,
they
some of the-
lost the propane in front.
Yeah, the propane was gone. Yeah.
They might actually.
Oh, that's kind of a big deal for
Yeah.
a community of Cedar Woolley size, and for that's
then I think we're
rather a
actually
big
losing it.
deal.
Yeah.
John, have you looked at like the post office? Because a lot of times, right around now, they start hiring for mail, dealing with mail and stuff.
I'll check it out. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. If anyone has any suggestions for John on how to be a male escort or an OnlyFans girl,
What?
Oh, for God's sake!
throw them in the chat and we'll let him know. Because he might not have another hope. So,
Yeah.
just saying.
Wow.
Love you, buddy.
With that, we will see you next week, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, next Wednesday, next August.
Next
Holy shit.
August. Okay.
Friend,
We're taking a hiatus, guys.
good night,
No,
everyone,
right.
Night, y'all.
and have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Good night,
You should say
everybody.
goodbye, not good night.
Oh, yeah. Bye.
Data transfer complete. System malfunction. Please evacuate immediately. Program terminated.
Son of a biscuit eater.